Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I'm doing something a little bit different today. Like, if you don't know about the UK right now, it's a bit concerning. Like, you will not be able to work in the UK without digital ID. So what's the difference? So, I've seen some arguments, I've seen some people talking about things like, I've not been keeping up. Like, I need to catch up on what's happening, basically. But this is where I'm starting. If you have other ideas as to where I should go next, please do drop it down in the comments below. But yes, people are saying, but people have ID cards in different countries. Yes, and they have chips in them, right? But this is like a digital ID. It's a centralized thing from what I can tell of it. But still, we're going to watch the video. It's only 4 minutes. It may take me much longer than that to go through this, but we're going to try and pause and talk and,
You will all have issues in your own countries. But in Britain, it's illegal migration. And I suspect that may be the same in another.
It's a lot more than illegal migration, mate. Our main issues right now are inflation. It's literally the cost of living. That is our main thing right now. Yes, illegal immigration is a detriment to everything, or is not helping with that, but right now money is our main concern. Money is like the worst thing in the UK right now. Like, food prices have gone up so much, like everything has gone up so much. It's a scary time to be right now, man. Like, energy, everything is just scary. The fact that the biggest concern to this government is illegal immigration is... it feels like an excuse to me, but hey.
Number of other countries. For too many years, it's been too easy for people to come here, slip into the shadow economy, and remain here illegally. Because, frankly, we've been squeamish about saying things that are clearly true. It's not just that it's not compassionate left-wing politics to rely on labour that exploits foreign workers and undercuts fair wages, but the simple fact that every nation needs to have control over its borders. We do need to know who is in our country.
That's true, but how is that going to help? I mean, the way that you earn money, if you're not legally in the UK, you just do cash in hand jobs. That's just how things go, right? That's just how it works. Like, you just take jobs that would just pay you in cash. And there's no way to track it. Like, it's untraceable, basically. Like, nobody would ever know that you had done it. Like, no matter what you put in place, man, unless you get rid of cash entirely, which is a whole other subject and a whole much more dystopian idea than even what this is, then just being able to have a digital ID to stop illegal immigration doesn't sound very smart to me. It sounds like it's an excuse, like I said. Like, it's something else that's happening. It's not, like, all this is going to do is allow the government to have more say over what the normal working person can do, or what the person, or what people who, like, have to work in the UK are mandated upon, and what the government can see, and who knows what else they are going to be tracking with this. So, either way, I should probably let him talk, but it is like a Sky News thing, so I have to kind of pause it every little bit.
Who is in our country? Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. Otherwise, it undermines trust, undermines people's faith that we're on their side, and their belief that the state can and will work for them.
Mate, I'm not going to lie to you. Not a single person that I really know in my lifetime believes that the state works for them. Like, I've never met a person who truly fundamentally believes that the state works for them. It's not a thing. Everybody knows that the state works for itself. It's not really like it's like the state is almost detrimental to people who are working in the UK. The same with a lot of countries. Like, a lot of governments are very detrimental to the people that are living within the countries. It's not just the UK. It's in multiple places at the same time, but either way, like, it's like the fact he's trying to say that people will trust government, it's not going to happen. I don't think, at least not in my experience or the experience of people that I've ever encountered or spoke with in the UK, at the very least, but still.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament.
Okay, by the end of this Parliament, that's good to know. I didn't know the exact timelines on when it is, so the only bad thing with by the end of this Parliament is that any new things brought into the UK have to be tested, and I think it's like a 5-year minimum on anything implemented. So if they release this just before just before they come out of office, it means whoever comes in next probably won't be able to abolish it. And it kind of gets stuck in the system, and then of course, depending on who gets voted in next, as I'm assuming Labour's not making it back in after this term. I'm assuming that's never going to happen, but regardless of who's in, they can either try to abolish it, or try to reduce it at the very least, or they can make it worse. Like, this is a dystopian nightmare right now. Like, the most dystopian thing we've seen in my lifetime, in many lifetimes, in fact. Like, it's making people like David Icke look sane, you know what I mean? Like, where David Icke has some really out there theories, but this is one of the things he's been saying, that they want to centralize everything, they want to digitize everything, and they want to basically take control, which obviously I wouldn't listen to David Icke, he's very out there, but when you start making people like David Icke make sense, you know you're going in a completely wrong direction for where government should be. In my opinion, but so.
Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Is it as simple as that? So say if that comes in, and me and millions of other people around the UK, we just say, okay, we're not going to work today. We're not going to put any money into the economy. We're going to just let you sweat it out. We're just going to not work. We're going to wait to see how long it takes you to repeal that. Like, what happens then? You know, if we have to have a digital ID in order to work, like, why? How? I mean, like, the Online Safety Act is like a bad thing, right? It's like a thing that's coming right now. It's a thing that's like disrupting so many things in terms of your legal liberties as an adult in the UK to make your own decisions. Yes, it's like promoted as a Protect the Children's Act, but is it? But still, I'm going off topic at this rate. But what happens if we all just say no? What happens if we all just go, you know what? I don't want to work anyway. Like, I don't want to have my information in a centralized system where it can easily be hacked. What happens if, or should I say when it gets hacked? When a country hacks it, or a specialist hacking team hacks it, and all the information of every working class person in the UK is leaked, or everything about them, because it's not just going to stop at like needing to work. They could control your bank accounts from this. They could say you're not allowed to buy certain things, that you've had too much food, that you don't need to have this, that they can control everything through that, because once you start to centralize information where a person is online, then it can go to your bank account, it can go towards every aspect of your life. You can be denied healthcare, it can turn into that dystopian nightmare to what China is close to, where they have a system in place where, like, if you go under a certain social credit score, that you just don't get help anymore. You're just seen as scum and deserve to die at that point, that you can't travel, you don't deserve a passport, that, like, it's every liberty is going to shit, in simple terms. But either way, man.
Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict, climate change, issues that aren't just intolerable for those of us who care about inequality and injustice wherever it's found in the world, but which have clear consequences for our own citizens.
What I mean, so controlling our information in an online platform is a way to protect us. It's not. I can tell you that much now. Like, nothing online is ever truly safe. I mean, if Sony can be hacked, if Microsoft can be hacked, if other big, massive players in the scene can be hacked. Like, do you really think the UK government is unhackable? It's never happening, man. Like, I wouldn't trust the government with like a single shred of my information that they don't have to have. Like, obviously, like once you apply for passport and stuff, like they know your passport numbers, etc. But we don't even need it for ID or anything like that, man. You just need a passport. As long as you've got a passport, that's all that matters. Like, either passport, driving license, man. There's like a whole bunch of ways that you can get ID in this country. Like, it's not even needed for that. Like, it won't stop immigration. It won't do anything that he's really saying. It just seems like we are going around in circles with this at this point. But
Take Russia's aggression in Ukraine. We all have a responsibility for the future of our continent, to stand tall where oppression and violence rears its head.
how the hell did we get to Russia and Ukraine from this? Like, holy shit. I mean, like, the whole Russia-Ukraine conflict is the United Nations anyway. It's been going on for years. Like, you know, where the United Nations agreed with Russia, where they wouldn't move their territory forward, and then they kept moving their territory forward. So, and then Russia, of course, decided to clap back. Obviously, the Ukraine is blameless in this. They don't deserve to be invaded, etc. You know what I mean? But it's not like a simple thing that a lot of people try to make it out to be, especially politicians. It's a really complicated issue that I'd need a lot longer and a lot more videos to really go through. But either way, if anything that I'm talking about interests you or you'd like to see more about it, man, just do let me know. I will try to make different content based on
violence rears its head. But it is also about energy security, because Putin and other tyrants have used their control over energy supplies as a threat. They've pushed up energy bills, threatened to keep doing so unless they get their way. And that's why we're investing in our own energy, sovereign control over our own future, whether that's nuclear, wind, solar power. Now, this will create good jobs, but it will also take the boot of tyrants like Putin off our throat. So
Yeah, but that's going to take a long time to do. Like, I see what he's saying about, like, you know, the energy crisis and everything else happening. Yes, like power and the cost of that is going up thanks to people like Putin, of course. That's very true. But the fact that we haven't invested so much into our own energy supplies until now, and even now I'm doubting that it's ever really going to happen, man. We're a small island nation. It's not. We don't have the space for it, especially not for wind. We'd need so much land in order to do it. I guess we could do it by the sea. I mean, our best main way to do power would probably be via water. You know, where you can generate energy from just the movement of water. Like, that's just kind of where I think would be our best, because obviously we're surrounded by it. We have so much of it that is just ours. As well as, of course, we can do wind, but so much of our free land is kept safe. Like, in the countryside, there's certain bits that you just cannot build on and you cannot do anything with, where it's all protected, it's all heritage sites and, you know, all like places of natural beauty and, you know, that type of thing. But either way,
our mission to become a clean energy superpower is about future-proofing energy supply, bringing energy bills down and protecting the
question though, if you're if you want to bring energy bills down and you want to make everything clean, if we're generating all the power we ever need, why are we paying for it if it's free? If it's like renewable, if there's no fossil fuels going into it, why are we paying for it? That is my other question to this. Like, say in my house, if I generate every single bit of electricity from solar, I'm not paying any electricity bills, right? That should be the same for the government as well, and for the energy companies and everything else that go into that. The fact of saying bring it down and not to eliminate it is really sus, in my opinion. But
protecting the planet that we all live on, doing right by our values and by our countries and our citizens. Because in this era, we must be the nation builders. We must be the patriots in our countries. We must show working people that we, and only we, can deliver the pride and belonging they seek. Their communities strong, cohesive, changed for the better, taking control of our future, tackling the big challenges, whether that's climate change or illegal migration, not shying away from them.
He literally announced it and then completely changed the subject of it. It makes no sense, mate.
That is how we win. That is how we rebuild. That's how renewal defeats grievance.
Yeah, that's like, you can't announce something that big and then completely go against yourself and go come change the subject to Putin and to everything else. Like there's no subject there. It's almost like he threw it out there and then just let it, and then then just completely forgot about it in that speech. Like the speech was so disjointed. Like the backlash on this, I know has been a bit. I know one of the petitions has over 2 million votes on it or something like that. But yeah, man, scary times for the UK. Dystopian nightmare, Orwell type vibes, man. Where if a lot of this comes to pass, it's going to be where I imagine a lot of people will try to leave the UK because nobody wants to be stuck in a dystopian nightmare. Nobody wants to have mandatory digital ID in order to work. That's ludicrous. That's dangerous. That's scary. That's something that not a single person who understands how technology works, even to a basic degree, wants, because we understand how vulnerable our data actually is. But either way, let me know what you think down below, man. Where should I go next? Where should we go in this journey of discovery, of seeing where digital ID, maybe the Online Safety Act is going, and what should I react to next, basically? And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Have a wonderful day. This is a totally different kind of topic for me, usually. I'm usually a music reactor, but this is too big for me not to talk about it, if that makes sense. It's something that affects me, affects anybody living in the UK right now, so either way, man, have a great night, evening, day, wherever you happen to be. And yeah, see you guys later.